Good evening. Honestly, I'm humbled and honored to stand front of the veterans, and I'm not really supposed to be a keynote speaker. I'm a learner because I'm a school dropout. Wherever I am today, it is all because of the learning, the urge to learn. It was always been there. Friends, today we talk about the net zero. Before that, I want to give you two contests. The contest first is, as you all know, we do not inherit this earth from our ancestors. We have actually borrowed it from our grandchildren. So there is a point of understanding is, it is our moral duty. It is our commitment. We are not doing any favor by doing a green sustainable building or a net zero building. It is our duty that every project what we do, it should be, compliant to the green architecture and sustainable development. Just yesterday, I was reading an article about the net zero nation. There are 8 nations has been declared as a net zero, by the World Economic Forum. But you will surprised to note that no big guns are there. No US, no UK, no European, no India, no China. None of these countries are in that the declared net zero emission country. If I read out the name, you will be surprised. Of course, the first is the Bhutan. I'm sure the Bhutan king. You must really see his messages about the net zero. It's amazing. So Bhutan, Comoros, Gabon, Guyana, Madagascar, Nevis, Panama, Suriname. Honestly, 50% I don't know. I don't know, maybe you people knowing all these 8 names. So it shows that when it comes to the change unfortunately doesn't happen from the top down. It always happens from the bottom up. That is where we have the great opportunity to showcase to the world. And today, green is no more a costly. It used to be. When we built our first, India's first rather, BGRT, Beary's Global Research Triangle, where our principal sponsor, Schneider, is having the maximum space. At that time, we spent more than 18% of the construction cost. But today, it is not so. It is within 4 to 5%. There again, if you apply your mind in the design, you can control that additional cost as well. Now let me, so first is the IGBC saga of net zero building and brief introduction about the Bearys and our net zero projects. As you know, the net zero dialogue, I'm only restricting the IGBC to the net zero. The net zero dialogue started in 2014 and we launched the first net zero energy rating, because in the net zero there are energy, water, waste, these are the 3 rating system that we launched in 2018, net zero water in 2020, waste in 2021. And IGBC net zero carbon rating shortly to be launched, because this is the height, this is the apex point. And today, over 120 projects registered for net zero. On Earth Day 2021, IGBC launched its mission to net zero, which was well appreciated not only Indian government and NGOs and the corporate sector, even the World Green Building Council also appreciated a great deal. More than 300 Indian corporates signed the pledge of going net zero by 2050. As you know, the government of India has kept for 2070, and most of the corporates, they have put 2030, 2035, 2040, but overall, the net zero is catching up. Green building took 2 decades. This is a very interesting thing, because we are into green building from the inception. I must also tell you what is about green building. Indian Green Building Council, when they started their first building in Hyderabad, way back in 2001, which was the first platinum certified building outside USA, 20,000 square foot. Today we have crossed 10 billion square foot of green building footprint. But it took a lot of time, nearly 12 to 15 years to convince the people that please, come to green building concept. But the net zero, unlike that, it has caught up really well. And I must, mention about few of the project, which has been based on the net zero, especially the Cat Gemini and ICICI Foundation, Jackson Inn Hotel, Brookfield Properties, and Shobha Developers. One of their project in Kerala has become net zero water. This is about Beary's. We are a 42 years old company. Started as a real estate broker. 1995, we upgraded ourselves as a real estate developer. So we are a 14,001, 45,001, and 9,001 registered company. We are the founding member of IGBC. I am also I was in chair of Indian Green Building Council Bangalore chapter, and we have built around 10 million square foot thus far. It is not a big number compared to the other big developers are here. So ours is a small contribution, but whatever we have built, it has been recognized by both academia and industry. And we are perhaps the only developer to get 7 IGBC platinum certified building in our projects. Now, last 7 years, we have been primarily focusing on data center. We built the first data center in 2018 for NTT Japan. Now for NTT in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, Chennai, we built for them. We are also building one data center for Nextra. Nextra is the data center arm of Airtel in Bangalore. And Microsoft's first data center in India has been awarded to us, that we are building in Hyderabad. Now you will tell me about, hey, you talk about net zero and you are into data center, because data center is a power guzzler. But I must tell you the unique thing of the data center, every operator, whether it is NTT or STT or Microsoft or anybody, you name it, everybody has committed for the renewable energy up to 100% by 2027 to 2035. So that is something really, we need to cherish about. Our data center, this is our building. It is incidentally India's first LEED Platinum by both USGBC and IGBC. We got this, certification in 2011, and from 2012, this is where Schneider Electric got the, this entire 60% of the space has been occupied by Schneider Electric. Very, very unique project. I must tell you the unique concept of this, 84% floor efficiency. I don't think you can ever think of 84% whole of India. When they talk of 70%, when you go to measure, you don't get even 70% also. So 80% floor efficiency, 78% less water we use, and it is becoming water zero, net zero water. So we don't give any water outside. The entire water, STP, is been used inside only. Then 56% saving on the energy. All that helps us in reduction of 48% month-on-month investment. For a 1 million square foot as a thumb rule, 100 square foot, 1 kVA, we should have had 10 megawatts of power. But we are managing with the 3 megawatts of power, rather less than 3 megawatts of power. So that is how the technology we used. We used like when the Celebri's climate is good, we don't run the chiller. We take the free air cooling. We have a night purging system that is early morning, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock. We bring in a lot of fresh air. So what happens when you come in the morning to open the office? Normally the office opens at 9 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, you must put the chiller on. Here we put it on at 10 o'clock. And the sick building syndrome will not be there because of the fresh air intake. Then a lot of technology we brought in. Then the facade also. The facade is very simple. The facade plays a very, very important role in sustainability. So what we did, southern side, south and the north, we made a linear, positioning in that manner. And south side, we have a double skin wall, so there is no heat gain. The double skin wall, the services, everything is in the southern side. Northern side, we have a clear glazing. So by virtue of the clear glazing, you get a almost 98% daylight. So, and then you get the 100% view of the outside. So this is that project. These are the Schneider Electric, L'Oreal. This is the first R&D focused, R&D and lab focused data center. And there's one amazing, achievement of this BGRT, thanks to Schneider. Schneider alone, produced more than 500 patents. I think that deserves a big round of applause. This is the 32 meter by 32 meter single column. We got number of awards and recognition, including IE award from US. It looks like a cube, just a small cube, but actually it is 100,000 square foot per floor. On the southern side, as I told you, it is a double skin wall. On the northern side, we have a clear glazing. These are the awards. Many awards we got. Last year we got CIA award for energy leadership. This is a mosque we have built. This is perhaps the world's first green mosque, where we have not taken the power from the grid. We used solar and wind hybrid power. And it doesn't look like a typical mosque. We created like a breathing building. And this building now has become world's first net zero plus place of worship. I mean, that is a great achievement for India, being in India. We get the net zero place of worship, not only mosque. And if you see it's like a breathing building. It's like a jolly work. See the wind on the top of that. It's facing the Arabian Sea. See the insides all white on white. It's literally a breathing building. See the solar. This is. See how we save the trees. Trees are gone exactly in the center of the entry point. This is that. Now this is our corporate office. It is in Residency Road, next to Ritz-Carlton. We share the common wall. And this is again all exposed concrete. When we designed the building, we have designed for solar. So the entire power, we are using a lot of passive air conditioning elements here, so that we reduce the power requirement. And this is, the work is already started for the solar panel. Hopefully by December, it should become perhaps the first net zero power energy corporate building or a commercial building in Bangalore. Yeah, this is the data center we built. This also got a platinum certification, and this is the certification from IGBC. This is the data center we built in Mumbai. This also got the platinum certification. Just last week, we handed over to Mr. Sanghi Saab. He is a chairman of NTT Global. And this is the data center we built for NTT in Chennai. And we hope, hopeful of getting the data center platinum certification in a month or two. And finally, we create projects that makes a difference to the people, the place, and the planet. So how to do it? Finally, my request to all of the people is, it is always individual commitment. Individual commitment, collaborative effort, and collective leadership. That will make it happen. Good luck. Thank you. God bless.